Hey guys, it's Zhen here from Prime Properties TO. If you look in the background, we got another new background. Things keep changing. Maybe I'm just going to keep a theme. I'll never shoot at the same place for my market updates. But Treb just released their new numbers, so I want to give you guys an update to what's going on in the real estate market. I have a little piece of paper with a whole bunch of numbers written down. So let me give you guys the macro first, and then I'll give you guys the micro, okay? So the headlines you guys are 100% going to be seeing for sure is 37% sales going down. What that means is there's been 37% less sales than last year in 2016 of June, which is not too surprising because, like we said, there was going to be a little bit of a lull from all the things happen. But if you really look at the overall come down, the market from May to June dropped about 8%, and now your average house is about, or house/condo, whatever you want to call it, a home, is about a little bit less than $800,000, which is, not too bad considering the fact that last month we had 50% new listings. That means if we had 1,000, we went to 1,500, which means it's a lot more supply than what we're completely normally used to. So it results into more selection, and buyers aren't as frenzied and dropping way too many offers and way too much money. So this is good if you're buying, completely good if you're selling. It's just going back to normal. You're still gonna be able to sell your house. So let me get into the micro. A lot of people are freaking out about the fact that, oh my God, the prices are gonna come down, and they think the 37% sales down means that the prices dropped 37%. No, they did not. So from month to month, it dropped 8%, which is quite significant. But if you look into central Toronto, this is CO1 and CO8, which is like south of Bloor between Dufferin and Jarvis, you're actually pretty good. People are being smart now. They're what I've been saying. They're listing their property correctly, and then they are not expecting way too many offers, but they're on the right price point. So a lot of these houses are still selling in 2 weeks. 2 weeks is still very fast. The average way before was about a month, okay? And they're still getting about 100 to 101% of their asking price, which means there is still some competition, just not as much as 20 people and on offer date, right? So which is completely normal. To give you a little bit of retroactive, last month there was about 103, 104%. So yeah, we are coming a little bit down, but that's normal because in summer it tends to slow down a little bit. So another stat we always like to look at is days on market. If you look in January into the kind of still market that's still kind of going on, was Central Toronto, CO1, CO8. You look in the Vaughan and Markham, downtown, like 905 metropolitan area. Stuff still selling in 10 to 2 weeks at 99 to 100%. So that tells me, there's still a market, people are still buying. I know Treb did some survey with a lot of people. I don't know how big of a pool of people they asked, but they said, people who are buying, 75% are still buying right now. 30% are selling, they're still selling right now. So yes, there's a lot of headlines that are pushing, say, oh my God, things are gonna crash. But you know what? If you look underneath the numbers and you just don't take that big sticker shock number, things are just slowing down a little bit and going back to normal, which is great because before it was way too frenzied. And one of the other things I do want to kind of address to everyone is we've been seeing a lot of this, myself and other colleagues, which is what we call listing withdrawals. A lot of people are putting their listings on the market and hoping to get that magic price, but if they don't get it, they withdraw it. So that means we are going to become a market where it has a little bit less listings. So in the last month and stuff, 49 went to 60% more listings, which is still fantastic because we're getting an increase in listings from before. But there's a lot of, if you guys read my last blog, there's a lot of calm before the storm or the next storm, because when people start withdrawing their listings, that means supply diminishes again, and that means prices could potentially go back up in the fall. I'm not saying it, but that's kind of what my intuition is telling me. Now, the other thing a lot of people are talking about is interest rates. 2 weeks ago, the Feds, which is the US government, raised their interest rates, and usually Canada has to follow a little bit. If not, the Canadian dollar sucks a lot. So they've been discussing it a lot, and Bank of Canada, BOC, are thinking about raising the interest rates. They've been having to talk about that because they think something is going to happen, and for them to fix a recession, they have to drop interest rates. We're way too low right now, so I don't know what they're going to drop until we become negative interest rates. So the thought is that they're going to iron out maybe 1% over the course of next year. Everyone's still in speculation until Bank of Canada actually does the numbers. But guys, don't freak out. It's not that big of a deal. I'll give you guys an example, okay? Back in the 90s, when they raised interest rates 3% in 3 months, okay, they went from 11 to 14%. That was one of the reasons why the 90s had a huge crash. But now you look at us, we're at like what, 2.25. If you raise it by what they're saying, 1/4%, so 0.25%, that means we're gonna go from 2 to 2.25. Do you know what 0.25% increase in your mortgage means? If you have a $500,000 house, that means you're going to be paying an extra $50 a month. you can ask yourself if you're going to affect that. If they increase it by 1%, you're going to be paying a little bit more than $100 a month. Yes, it is some money, but it's not, oh my God, I can't afford it kind of money, right? So guys, don't freak out. And also don't forget, if you guys have a mortgage, you're likely, either you're living in a home, a lot of you guys have gone fixed the mortgages, like a lot of the mortgage brokers have been saying for the last years. So if it's fixed and if it increases, that doesn't affect you anyway. So guys, all in all, yes, the market is slowing down. My final thoughts are, if you're buying, you can continue looking to buy. You can get deals, you can get conditions. Is it going to continue dropping? I'd say we should probably see another month or two before the fall market picks up and then it goes back up again. If you're selling, again, make sure you price it correctly if you absolutely have to sell. If you don't have to sell and you just test it, yeah, by all means, go test it. But I would absolutely keep your asset, because hard assets are hard to come by in Toronto. So hope that gives you guys a good recap of what's going on in the real estate market. Nobody freak out. Yes, you're reading headlines of stuff coming crashing down, but no, it's not actually true, speaking from the field. So hope that helps you guys with your real estate investing, and I'll see you guys next time. See ya.